Hey everybody, it's Green Steve here, coming to you from my humble little kitchen here in central London. And today I want to talk to you about light bulbs. But not just any old light bulbs, I want to talk to you about these two light bulbs in particular. Now, one of these light bulbs is rated at 50 watts and can last you up to 2,000 hours of usage, whilst the other light bulb is rated at just 7 watts and can last you 25,000 hours. Now, you might already guess, but one of them is an LED light bulb. And the guys at Panasonic were kind enough to donate 2 LED light bulbs to me so that I could test them out, see how they compare against halogens. And in the light socket above me there are 4 bulbs, and I've put 2 LED light bulbs in one end and 2 halogen light bulbs in the other end to allow me to compare them. And I think you'll agree with me that really there's very little difference. Check it out. Okay, I'm now behind the camera, and as you can see I'm pointing up at the light socket that I was talking about earlier. Now, from your perspective, the 2 light bulbs on the right are the LED ones and the 2 on the left are the halogen ones. At first glance you probably can't notice any difference, neither can I. And if I just move a little closer and I come round the other side, here we go. 2 halogen light bulbs wander across, 2 LED light bulbs. Again, 2 halogens, 2 LED. Now, I don't know about you, but I certainly can't notice any difference. And if I just come back and I show you the lighting around my kitchen, I struggle to see much difference in the amount of light given off by each bulb. To me, the LEDs are perfectly usable. They work just as well as halogens, and to be honest, at just 7 watts they save you a ton of electricity at the same time. I also want to just highlight, I don't know if you're able to see, but I've had 4 halogen light bulbs in here before, and can you just see that in front, or just above, sorry, each of the light fittings there are slightly dark patches. Now, this is because the halogens produce a lot of heat and they effectively burn your ceiling ever so slightly. With the LEDs, they won't do this. The LEDs are very cool to touch. Even after usage, they're not too bad. You're not going to burn yourself by touching it. So it's another good reason to get them. And yeah, overall, I would say I'm very happy with the LEDs. Now, I'll just put the camera back on the tripod and I'll finish this video up for you. So, LED light bulbs, should you get them? Now, I've done a few little calculations of my own as a bit of a maths geek in terms of how much I could save if I changed all of my halogen light bulbs to LED light bulbs. Now, here in the kitchen, like I said, you've got 4 light bulbs. In my hallway I've got another 4, and in my bathroom I've got 3. Now, at the moment, because it's winter, the light bulbs here in my kitchen are probably on for, say, about 1.5 hours a day whilst I'm cooking, eating, and washing up and cleaning and that sort of thing. The 4 in my hallway are probably on for just a handful of minutes each day, whilst the 3 in my bathroom, I would guess somewhere around 45 minutes a day. Now, obviously, when it's a bit lighter outside in the spring and the summertime, the ones here in the kitchen won't be on so much. The ones in the bathroom, however, will be on at the same amount of time every day because there's very little natural light in there. If you take a typical winter's day and take that and average that out over the whole year, I reckon you'd save about £17 a year, well, in my case £17 a year on my electricity bill. Obviously, with spring and summer, it's lighter outside, that would come down quite a lot. So I'm going to say maybe £10 to £11 per year is what I could save. But if you average that out over 25 years, which is what they reckon you can run these light bulbs for on average, that's a Panasonic average, that's actually quite a big saving. Not to mention the fact that you're having to replace the bulbs instead of every 2 years on average, every 25 years. So overall, I think that not only is it good for the environment, I think it can save you a whole heap of cash. If you want to try and work out roughly how much, Panasonic have got what they call their savings calculator on their website, and you just go along, you say how many spotlights you have, how many hours do they run on average, and what is your current wattage. Like my halogens are 50 watts, you can get 35 watt bulbs as well. And then you hit the calculate button and it will say over 1 year you'll save this much, or you can change it so it says over 25 years you'll save this much. I think you might be quite surprised. Now obviously the initial outlay for LED light bulbs is on the high side at the moment. They can cost you £8, £9, £10, or I actually looked at the Panasonic ones and they're a little bit more expensive, I guess, because they branded it. So if you've got a lot of light bulbs, you've got a lot of halogen light bulbs in your house or flats, then the initial outlay can be a little bit high. But I wouldn't let that stop you. If you can afford to, then do it, because over the long term you will save money, and you'll save electricity, and you will pump fewer greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere, and everybody wins. So yeah, that's my advice. Buy LED light bulbs if you can afford it. That's all from me. I'll see you next time. Ciao.